All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are deploying into one of the most incredible tabletop campaigns I've ever seen. We're going to break down the elegant and, let's be honest, brutal military sandbox known as the Pellem System. So, picture this. You're the commander of a massive fleet, Task Force Kodiak. Command has intel about some lost, totally game-changing combat tech, and they want it. Your mission? Go seize an entire star system and recover these prototypes. No pressure, right? Now look, we're not going to sit here and read you the entire rulebook. That's not the point. What we're going to do is explore the feeling of playing this campaign, to look at the brilliant design that makes every single choice, every single battle, matter on this huge strategic map. Okay, let's start with the big picture. You've been handed a mission that could literally decide the future of warfare. The stakes don't get much higher than this. The Pellem System, this place used to be the crown jewel of a weapons manufacturing empire. And somewhere down on those planets, buried in some old facility, are these experimental designs, the prototypes. Your job is simple. Get in there, take control, and bring that shiny new tech home. But, and this is a big but, it is not going to be easy. From the moment you jump into the system, you are the underdog. The defender starts with way more firepower. You are outgunned, you are outnumbered, and you're fighting deep in their territory. You're going to need a lot more than just brute force. You're going to need to be smart. That said, Command didn't exactly send you in with a rowboat. You're in charge of Task Force Kodiak. I mean, look at this list. This is a massive naval fleet with enough transport capacity to invade planets. This is the sledgehammer you'll be using to try and crack this system wide open. So you know the mission, and you know the odds are stacked against you. How do you actually fight this war? Well, let's take a look at the tools you, as the commander, have to work with. Okay, first things first. Everything in this game, and I mean everything, revolves around one simple idea: battle value, or BV. Just think of it like money. It's the points you spend to buy your tanks, your infantry, your giant mechs. It's the one number that tells you how much military muscle you're bringing to the table. But it's not just about who has the bigger pile of BV. This is where it gets really interesting. When you win battles, you earn something way more valuable: tactical and strategic asset points. These are special resources you can spend to literally bend the rules of the game. They represent your skill, your influence, your tactical genius. And we are not talking about small bonuses here. Look at this stuff. You can spend a few tactical points to get special ammo or call down a devastating orbital strike from your fleet. Or you can cash in your strategic points to launch a cyber attack that delays their reinforcements. You can even call in a massive 10,000 BV quick reaction force out of nowhere. These are absolute game changers. All right, we've been talking grand strategy, the big picture. Let's zoom all the way in. Let's get our boots on the ground and see how one single fight actually plays out on the tabletop. The campaign has 17 different missions you can play. We're talking everything from desperate sieges to covert rescue ops. But to really understand the heart of the game, we're going to look at the most basic, most fundamental type of conflict there is: the pitched battle. A pitched battle is just beautifully simple. First, you and your opponent take turns setting up the battlefield, placing buildings, forests, whatever. Then you both deploy your armies. And then, for 8 turns, you just fight. The goal is simple: blow up as much of the other guy's stuff as possible. At the end, you just add up the battle value of everything you destroyed and compare it to what you lost. That's it, pure head-to-head combat. And here's the thing, winning isn't just a simple yes or no question. The more you dominate, the bigger your reward. If you pull off a complete victory, you get a juicy 5 of those tactical or strategic points we talked about. Even a partial victory gets you 3. Every single point counts, because it's one more tool you can use in the next fight. So, you fought a battle. You won. You got your points. Big deal, right? Well, this is where the Pellem System shows you its true genius. How does one little firefight on some forgotten moon actually affect the entire war? This sentence, this one little sentence, pulled right out of the rulebook, is the aha moment. This is the engine that makes the whole campaign feel alive. It's not just about winning the battle in front of you. It's about what that win lets you do next. And this is that dynamic heart in action. You win a battle, and suddenly the power shifts to you. You get to decide what happens next. Do you press your advantage, launch a pursuit mission to crush the fleeing survivors? Or do you dig in and consolidate your gains with a secure area mission?
Your choice directly shapes the very next battle and sends ripples through the rest of the campaign.
And that is the absolute core of this game, right there. Your tactical victories on the battlefield are not just about earning points for cool powers. They are about earning the right to control the narrative, to dictate the terms of the next engagement, and to literally forge your own path to winning the war. So, when you put it all together, what do you actually get? You get this incredible living military sandbox. You've got 17 unique missions that all connect to each other. You've got a story that branches and changes based on what you do. You have this constant challenge of being in the underdog. And you have this deep layer of resource management. It all comes together to create a campaign where your choices are the story.
In the end, the Pellem system is about more than just moving miniatures around and rolling dice. Every choice you make, every battle you win or lose, it all has a ripple effect. It's not just a game of battles, it's a game of consequences.
Which brings us right back to where we started. You're the commander. You're the underdog. The fate of the war is on your shoulders. With all of these tools, all of these missions, and all of these branching paths in front of you, how would you take the Pellem system?